What's up, world? Talent Typhoon here, back again with another all-new Nintendo moving forward. And in the last week, we've had tons of great news regarding Nintendo and their first-party IPs, such as Pokemon, which we have received a Pokemon Direct as of February the 26th, which is last Friday, which we got a lot of really great news moving forward, especially with a lot of the expected games that we were hoping to get, but we didn't actually have confirmed, which they've now confirmed. First, they started off the Nintendo Direct with Pokemon Snap, giving all new vision of what the game's going to be looking like, especially moving forward with the story mode and what all you can actually do in the game. So now they're actually showing us that not only are you going to have to take pictures of Pokemon like you had to do in the original Pokemon Snap for the Nintendo 64, but there's multiple different versions of pictures that you can be taking that'll be helping to complete your Pokedex in the game. Now, one thing that I've always been wondering whenever I heard this game came out is, originally when in the Nintendo 64 when Pokemon Snap came out, there was an original contest that they originally held for who can take the best picture of a Pokemon. And what they ended up doing was, from the winners of that contest, they ended up making special Pokemon cards in the TCG just for those people who won, and only created those sets for those people. So I am starting to wonder, are they going to repeat history and try and do that again this coming Pokemon Snap game? I know I sure hope they do, because if you look at the value of those cards from the first one, they have skyrocketed into the tens of thousands of dollars. Especially with the Pokemon card market being as high as it is now, this would be a perfect time to go ahead and do what they did last time with Pokemon Snap and do that again. I would think that would be a perfect idea, and I would love to actually try and get that. Now, next they actually moved on and they started talking about some of the more highly anticipated Pokemon games that will be coming out moving forward, such as the Diamond and Pearl remakes, where they've officially talked about Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl coming out, which will be coming out during the holiday of 2021 of this year, so we'll be able to go ahead and pick that up, hopefully, unless there's any kind of delays to it, which Pokemon isn't really known for having any delays to their games, so I wouldn't be too worried about that. However, they have gone in and shown us pictures that they are moving back down to a top-down more view, just like in the original Diamond and Pearl games, how they had the top-down view, which is a wonderful return in my book. I've been waiting for them to do this, because now that they've been switching from the 3DS moving to the Nintendo Switch, the new Nintendo Switch way, it's nice, but you're kind of losing the Pokemon feel from the top-down perspective with the open camera. However, it'll be interesting to actually try out, and I will definitely be picking this one up. Now, they are also going to be making another Pokemon game that none of us really were expecting. However, they have announced Pokemon Legends Arceus, which is going to be a prequel to the Diamond and Pearl games, before they even had the Pokedex, or even before they even really had the Pokeball like they really have it today. And in this version, they had wooden Pokeballs. So it's going to be very interesting to see how all this actually plays out, seeing as there's not going to be any online competitive play to this game. However, it should be interesting to see what this does to the lore of the Pokemon world. Next, if we continue on, for the Pokemon 25th anniversary, they had on Saturday a special concert hosted by Post Malone and for the Pokemon 25th anniversary, where they did a special collaboration where the Pokemon team had done auto-generated graphics for not only the Pokemon that were going to be running around him, but they actually auto-generated him, Post Malone, as a cartoonish character as well, which blended nicely. As a matter of fact, if you haven't actually gotten to see that concert yet, I'm going to go ahead and link that in the description. It's definitely something you're going to want to go ahead and check out. And it's not going to just be with just him, even though this was just a 13-minute video of a virtual concert from Post Malone and Pokemon. They're going to be doing many other artists, such as Katy Perry and Jay Blevin, moving forward, as well as many more, even though they haven't announced who else it will be. But that's just supposed to be a little gift for all the Pokemon fans out there for the Pokemon 25th anniversary. Also, if you haven't actually gotten to go up to McDonald's to try and get a pack of your special 25th anniversary Pokemon cards, you can go ahead and still do that if supplies are still available in your McDonald's. So go ahead and call before you actually go to see if they actually have any in stock. We do know that scalpers for these have been a problem in a lot of areas, but if you live in a smaller town, maybe off in a rural area where there's a McDonald's, then there may be a good chance that you might want to go ahead and still check. However, if you're in a big city, you're probably out of luck, to be honest, because scalpers are flipping these for way more than they're worth, to be honest. Now, if we talk about the Nintendo Switch moving forward, originally we weren't expecting to hear anything about a Nintendo Switch Pro specs coming out, but even though they haven't officially announced that they're going to be doing a new Nintendo Switch coming this year, there has been a lot of talks about a lot of the patents moving out and what they're going to be doing for it. However, it does not look like it's going to be coming anytime soon, seeing as the Nintendo's life cycle for their consoles tends to be around 5 to 7 years, and seeing as Nintendo Switch has only come out as of March 3rd of 2017, which also means it's the Nintendo Switch's birthday coming up in a couple days, guys. So on March 3rd, make sure you go ahead and check out the Nintendo eShop to make sure that you don't see your favorite game that could possibly be moving on to sale for their birthday. Now, if we look at the specs behind what they're claiming it's going to be about hopefully what you were expecting, because this is Nintendo and they're not trying to keep on pace with Microsoft and Sony on keeping up with the higher end graphics, as well as all of the big special effects with a lot of stuff going on the screen, and Nintendo instead moves down to a more cartoonish look in their IPs such as Zelda, and if you look at Pokemon as well, you can see how they've been doing that as well. However, instead of 4K, the new Nintendo Switch Pro will end up having 1440p, which I don't know if you guys have been playing on 1440p monitors. I've got a 1440p monitor, I have a 4K monitor, and to be completely honest, I can't really tell the difference between the two, even though they're both moving at 60 frames per second, or if I want to get on the monitor on the 4K, I can get it up to 144, but no matter what, they look the same at this point, to be honest. So if graphics are a thing that is really big in your book, then go ahead and get the 1440p upgrade if you really want it to. To be honest, for me, I'm probably going to go ahead and pass. The way I'm running in my Nintendo Switch right now is I have a capture card that's actually auto-generating the image from a 900p video to a 1080p video. And if I wanted to move it up to 1440p on scaling, I could do that, which is a feature that you can do with these capture cards and all these systems, is you can actually change the resolution, even though it's using dynamic scaling to do it, which is kind of just a back way shortcut of making it happen, but it still looks amazing. I can't tell the difference between the real one, and maybe if you're trying to get something like that to go ahead and boost your Nintendo Switch moving forward, then you can go ahead and check out some of that. I'll link some products in the description if you want to try and actually pick one of those up. They're actually really amazing, and I've actually noticed that a lot of the lag that I've had with just playing on a normal TV with the Nintendo Switch is now gone. So I'm not really sure why it seems to be gone now from just doing this, but it looks like it has solved the problem, especially when you're playing very high-paced online games such as Super Smash Bros., where timing is very important. Other than that, guys, they're going to be moving to fix the Joy-Con problem with the drift, which has been a very big problem, even still to this day. I personally do not like the Joy-Cons. I personally use the Pro Controller myself. I recommend the Pro Controller to everybody. If not that, then the GameCube controller for the Nintendo Switch. Although the Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons are cool, it's just they're really kind of not usable when that Joy-Con drift comes in, especially when you're playing like a shooter like Splatoon 2. You'll be running and then all of a sudden your entire Joy-Con will start drifting to the left and down, and there's nothing really you can do about it until it just decides. So the fact that Nintendo is finally going to be fixing this in the Nintendo Switch Pro is a sign of relief for me. especially with their iconic controller for the Joy-Cons. Nintendo is famous for all of their Nintendo controllers for these consoles. They're always obscure and they're always innovative, and I always love them every time. So I'm glad to see that they're going to be fixing this, and in addition they're going to end up being a longer battery life. Now I know the Nintendo Switch has already come out with their second version of the current generation's Nintendo Switch, where they've increased the battery life depending on the game from anywhere from 3 hours to 6 hours. However, we are going to want to see this end up hitting a range of about 8 to 10 hours moving forward into the future, especially since Nintendo is not using 4K video for their games. There's really no reason why it can't be this long, especially since they have a bunch of Nintendo DS batteries still sitting out from their old consoles that could still be used, because hey, they put them in the Pro controllers, and there's no reason why they can't really increase their battery and make a battery pack to increase the life of the Nintendo Switch itself. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. If you like this one, go ahead and leave a like in the comment, or in a comment down below. If you want to stay up to date and see more videos, don't forget to subscribe. But until next time, guys, Talon Typhoon out.